10 best flowering plants that deer will not eat. With its delicate ferny foliage and appealing heart-shaped flowers that dangle from graceful, arching stems, bleeding hearts might look like a menu item for deer. However, neither deer, nor rabbits, nor heavy shade deters the spring blossom show of these old-fashioned favorites. Shade-loving woodland plants that bloom in the cool of spring, bleeding heart might wither if exposed to too much sun or heat. When this happens, they will generally reappear the following spring. Plant them among hostas, which will fill in as the bleeding heart foliage disappears in the summer. Coneflower attracts butterflies, nourishes bees and wild birds, self-seeds in a non-aggressive way, and grows in sun or partial shade. Is there anything this versatile plant cannot do? The many new varieties of coneflowers on the market make it a designer's delight. Coneflowers bloom longer than many other perennial plants, making them an excellent choice for perennial gardens. Tolerates heat and drought conditions quite well. Not your average shade garden plant, the Corydalis is noteworthy for its beautiful fern-like foliage and long blooming period. Corydalis resemble bleeding hearts, but their blooms are usually yellow or blue. Gardeners in areas with cool summers will have the best luck growing Corydalis. Corydalis can become a somewhat aggressive self-sower when planted in favorable conditions. Lanceleaf Coreopsis plants are seldom browsed by deer, but you can plant threadleaf Coreopsis with even greater confidence, as it rarely receives even a nibble by passing deer. Coreopsis is easy to grow because it is drought-tolerant and needs no fertilizing. Deadheading spent blooms can encourage more flowers throughout the summer. On the delicious spring bulb spectrum, daffodils and tulips are on opposite ends. Deer do not care for the daffodil's milky sap, and neither do squirrels or rabbits. Daffodils have the added benefit of multiplying over the years, unlike tulips, which tend to dwindle in number each season. New exciting double forms and pinky salmon colors make daffodils an essential part of any spring deer-proof garden. What delights the olfactory senses of people is loathed by deer. Both the lavender foliage and blooms emit the sweet perfume so beloved by potpourri makers. In warmer climates, lavender can be grown into fragrant hedges. In cooler climates, they struggle a bit. In either case, lavender is not a long-lived perennial plant. Pulmonaria plants with their quirky name and freckled foliage are an unsung hero of the shade garden. These low-maintenance plants not only repel deer but also grow in the dense shade of walnut trees with no signs of the juglone toxicity that plague other shade lovers like azaleas. They are among the earliest plants to bloom in the spring. Raspberry splash is a common cultivar that is reportedly resistant to powdery mildew. The legend and mystique of the poppy plant causes some gardeners trepidation about including it in a flower bed. However, poppies are easy to grow from seed and bloom for about 2 weeks. In addition, many poppies also have ornamental seed pods that endure for weeks afterward. The poppy plant's toxicity causes deer to steer clear. Vinca, also known as the Madagascar periwinkle, sounds like an exotic hothouse flower, but this hard-working annual shrugs off deer, rabbits, and drought with its glossy green foliage. Whether you need reliable bedding plants, something for the container garden, a showy edging plant, or even a houseplant, Vinca will fill all of these plant niches. Expect your Vinca plants to flower from late spring until frost, although flowering more abundant in hot weather. Provide a balanced flower fertilizer every other week. Does not require deadheading. In mid to late winter, when most appealing foliage, seeds, and brush have been browsed to the ground, the bright yellow flowers of winter aconite push their way up through the snow. You can plant these harbingers of spring with abandon along paths and open woodland areas, as deer will pass them by. In the fall, plant winter aconite tubers 3 inches deep, after soaking the tubers in water to wake them from dormancy. Winter aconite is a good choice to plant under deciduous trees, areas that are sunny in winter but shady in summer. If your winter aconite patch receives regular irrigation, you will enjoy an ever-enlarging naturalized collection of these blooms. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.